In this lesson, we want to give you a very basic understanding of NDC, or New Distribution Capability. New Distribution Capability is basically a data interface or a computer language that was recently built for airlines to use to distribute and sell flights. In the past, what they've been using is something called EDIFACT, and it's decades old, and it's not really built to handle what airlines are hoping to do right now with the unbundling of content, unbundling of fares, fare families, those kinds of things. NDC has been released by some airlines, such as American Airlines. Other airlines have been slower in the process, and they're in the process of releasing NDC, and still others have not even begun to use NDC. So it's really a process that's going to play out over years to come. The change from EDIFACT to NDC is going to be a little bit painful at times. We are seeing glitches in some of the fares coming out, so we're being very careful about what we launch and what we release on Centrav.com. We don't want to lead the way for you to get into trouble, so we experiment thoroughly with every airline and their NDC fares before we show it to you on Centrav.com. New distribution capability is meant to give your client the option of different fare families and different ancillary services without having to buy one package. Currently, the fares are sometimes lower. I think this is mostly just a strategy of the airlines to entice everyone to use NDC and to get people moving that direction. We'll see if it continues. How's Centrav going to help you out through the NDC process? Well, we're continuing to be the easy way to book air. That's our goal. We're committed to making it simple and painless for you. So we are deep in the woods of studying NDC. We want to make sure we understand it, make sure it's working well before we release it to you. So by the time you see it, it's just a simple booking process like you're used to on Centrav.com. It's not something bizarre and unusual that you have to understand thoroughly. So we will study it, we'll work with it, we'll experiment with it, and when we feel like the airlines have their act together with NDC, then you'll see it on Centrav.com. For the most part, currently it's a published fare, but right now is basically a published fare with some wrinkles involved that we'll let you know about when those fares are released. We believe that eventually the airlines will distribute consolidator fares via NDC as well, because basically this is just a language they're using to distribute fares, and this will allow them to distribute those fares in a way that they like to display them. What does it look like on Centrav.com right now? It will say NDC fares, so it'll be spelled out for you. It's got its own category in the fare matrix. And as I mentioned, sometimes those fares are coming in lower than published. So go ahead and take advantage of those low fares. You can feel confident booking those on Centrav.com.